Sandrock has made leaps and bounds in recent days, and it's all thanks to you and your great efforts for this town. I'm making a big announcement on the coattails of our great success tomorrow at 1800 p.m. in front of the City Hall. I think you'll be quite pleased with what's in store for us, so please be there. It is done. I've been toiling away tirelessly in the shadows, creating my masterpiece. Come to my studio. Words cannot do it justice. Thanks, Elsie.
Look, there's the builder. Come join us. Nia needs your help.
What kind of help?
Well, you know how I've been helping out at the moisture farm. But with the greenification of Sandrock almost complete, I'm going to have more free time. So, I was thinking, maybe it's time for me to start something of my own. I want to settle down in Sandrock, just like you have. But I'm still not sure what that something should be. Mian told me to follow my dreams and do what my heart desires. You know, I've always had a passion for tending to various plants in the garden since I was a kid. So...
Open your own business like Arvio and Amura?
A business, huh? Like a shop, perhaps? But what should I sell? Potted plants? Gardening tools?
That's perfect. And you could also sell flowers. You know, I've always wanted to be a shop owner too. When I was a kid, I used to dream of opening a bakery or a florist shop. Funny how life turned out. I became a builder like the rest of my family. While I might not be skilled at growing plants, I love having them to decorate my house. I'm sure there are more people like me in Sandrock, and we don't have a store catering to that yet. So I think that's a brilliant idea.
I see. Selling flowers makes sense. It's easier than dealing with just gardening tools, which I have to import and find storage space for. But with flowers, I can grow them myself. Perhaps Zeke would even let me use a plot in his moisture farm. But how can I afford to rent a shop? I know I could ask my family for support as a last resort, but I'd prefer to figure it out on my own.
Lend you the money?
Really? Really? You're the best! I'll happily accept it. But don't fret. I'll pay you back once the profits roll in. Now, let's think about the location. The main street doesn't have much space for a new shop. And if we set up too far from the town center, it might be inconvenient for people, especially if they want to buy those heavy gardening tools.
I have a balcony in front of my workshop that's currently free to use, but it's not big enough for a whole shop.
What if we just set up a flower display rack there?
Ah, a display rack with a canopy! That sounds about right. It'll look lovely on my balcony and provide some extra shopping space. By the way, I still have some extra funds left after donating to the Sandrock School, so I thought you could have it. You know, it's like an investment.
Thank you, but what the builder has offered is more than enough.
But it's just that I'd really love to be a part of this. I mean, I told you I dreamed of opening a shop when I was a kid, and I wasn't joking. I just never got the chance. That's why I want to invest in the business. I thought you could use some extra goals to order different flowers from other places and attract more customers. And I could help you with whatever you need help with. I kind of wish to run the business with you. Is that a possibility?
Ah, I see. Of course. I'd love to be business partners with you, Mian. It would be a dream come true for both of us.
Really? Thank you so much, Nia. Just tell me what you need me to do. While I may not be an expert in planting, I'll try my best. I'll even ask Zeke to teach me some techniques.
What was Nia gonna do in the moment? Say no? You kind of pressed her into it and guilted her a little. Jeez.
That's all right. We'll figure out the planting part together. First, let's come up with a name for our business. Even if it's just a few racks, it's our special place. Any ideas?
Name it after you and me?
I thought so too. I want the name to represent both of us in some way.
But Neon, 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 they don't sound very catchy.
How about we put your name first? We could call it Minnie. Because it's small and cute. Plus, people will immediately know it belongs to you and me.
That's brilliant! I love it! How about Mini Botanica? It reflects that we sell not only flowers, but also plants and everything related to gardening.
It's settled then. Let's name it Mini Botanica. We have a name and a location. Now I need to prepare some flowers for sale. And of course, the flower display rack. Anything you can help with?
I can help build a display rack.
That would be so special. You two grew up together, and now you're literally helping Nia build her business. I'll help with growing the flowers. I'm not an expert, but I'll do whatever Nia asks me to do.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Okay, I'll design a recipe for the display rack.
And I'll ask around and see what people want to buy from our shop and then get the flower seeds.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help. We'll send you what you need tomorrow.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Darling, you're here.
Promised you to
I
help.
knew you'd remember. I've already finished designs for 2 collections. I'll give you a sneak preview. I designed 2 sets of clothing, some formal wear and swimwear. I've made more than 10 sets for each design.
They are beautiful.
The scene, a rapidly changing Sandrock, blooming flowers, celebrations all around. The people, still dressed in their boring clothes. We need some aesthetics. We lack diversity. We need a breath of new, fashionable air. I never thought this day would come, but I finally think the time is right. I am going to put these on the catwalk.
How can I help?
I want to host a fashion show. As I was drawing them, I could picture it. The lights, the gasping faces, the stunning designs, and me at the back needling the final touches on a hypnotizing piece. It will be a 2-day affair, each day focusing on one series. This was, I am hesitant to admit, in fact Trudy's idea. She was more than supportive and believed one day to simply be too short. Now, what else is needed? First of all, clothing production. I am but the designer. I do not possess the skill to create these magnificent pieces. Ha! I can see your expression. No, I do not need you to make them. I have already asked Vivi, and she has agreed to work with me. Now, the issue of the venue. Trudy believes that the show could bring in tourists and offered to host it outside the city hall. But the construction of the stage will be your piece de resistance. With Trudy's support, honestly, this has grown bigger than I could have imagined. I even have my models, and they love the designs. Heidi's already made a diagram for you. You just need to make it and give it to me. That's not a problem, right?
You can count on me.
You're quite the go-getter, aren't you? It's positively charming. Well, I just have to prepare the clothes, organize the order of the show, then, when you have built the stage, please give it to me. Believe me, Sandrock will soon be the cosmopolitan hub of the Free Cities.
Look at Macchiato in the chair. He's taking a nap.
I've been in contact with the Alliance Council, and I just can't in good faith recommend anything other than the full extent of the law. Transfer to the Atara Maximum Security Prison.
Didn't know you had it in you, Trudy. You tell him.
You betrayed us, and have shown no sign of remorse. I will contact the authorities and organize the transport.
I accept all punishment, Trudy, and will abide accordingly.
Then, I will keep you informed of the date of your departure. I just can't understand it. Why?
It's no excuse, but I did what I believed was right.
But this town, everyone living here, after all you did for us, everything you said in your sermons, you kept us safe, your guidance. I even trusted you to teach my daughter. I thought you cared.
I truly do.
Please, don't give me that.
He was used, but he's still a criminal.
You see, Miguel, you betrayed us all. You have such a big heart and always see the good in everyone. I really admire that. But you have to realize, he's a lost cause. Don't let him get inside your head.
You said that the water was a cover for their true intentions. I have been taken for a fool. This I realize now more than ever. I truly thought Duvos wanted the same thing as me, that they were on the right side of history. But their actions do not correlate to the proclamations they gave me. Recently, I have been grasping at something, anything, that would validate my actions since I have been in Sandrock. The more I searched, the more I came to only one truth. There was nothing. My handlers were simply telling me what they wanted me to believe. I must have been simply a diversion. If I could have pushed everyone out of Sandrock, then Duvos could excavate the ruins in secrecy. My arrest threw a proverbial wrench into the works, and it appears to have pushed their hand. I was then left to rot. They never cared about me. They never cared about my ideals. I was a fool.
How did you fall for all of this?
When I was of age, I left to study in Meidi. My family were believers in the light, and I dreamed of spreading the word. I always feared the day of calamity. Feared the light being extinguished once more. I quickly befriended Matilda. She was older than me, working as a tutor in the guided study sessions. I remember when I first met her, when I attended her session the first time. She was helping a group of students with their questions on faith. She was kind, understanding. Whenever I disagreed with the doctrine of the church, she listened. Later, I started to feel that the teachings were not enough.
You didn't suspect Matilda at all?
I did not suspect Matilda to be anything other than a devout follower of the light. Her allegiance was as much of a surprise to me as to you. Her study group set her apart from the other tutors. She was loved, particularly by the staff. Somewhat of a teacher's pet. She was bright-eyed and optimistic. A perfect cover in retrospect. Her views stood opposed to mine. I am somewhat more pessimistic about human nature. Allowing humans freedom to pursue their vanities is what led to the day of calamity. Those around me in the church did not take the teaching seriously. Even the deacon. It was as if they had forgotten the sins of our forefathers. During my studies, I became depressed. I drifted further from the teachings, became isolated, and found myself more radical. Then, an agent from Duvos made contact. The things they told me, that Duvos would regulate technology.
So, I get this is a sweet potato. I'm pretty sure this is a sweet potato. What's that? This right here.
Everything I heard aligned with my beliefs. They wanted structure. They wanted to ensure no one else ever lost their lives. They wanted to ensure the safety of humanity. I see now in retrospect, Matilda used my grief against me. She was conditioning me. She must have told an agent of my wavering faith and guided their hand from the background.
How did Matilda use your grief against you?
While I was studying at Meidi, my town was destroyed. I'm from Dos. I'm a child of the lost city.
What happened to
Our
Dos?
existence was always a delicate balance. Being a town skirting the border of the peripheries, we were aware of the dangers, but largely went unbothered. As I went to study in Meidi, I bid my hometown farewell, though kept in regular contact. It may surprise you, but I took part in many of the onboarding activities and was a strong advocate for the church school. It seems strange to reflect on that now. During my studies, Dos was attacked by a creature from the peripheries. It happened overnight, without warning. Everyone in town was killed. My parents. My brother. You cannot imagine it. My entire town destroyed by a monster in the blink of an eye. Just thinking about what my people went through. It is truly harrowing. The depths of despair cannot comprehend what my family endured. I pray that it was quick.
We're just gonna listen.
When the news was announced at school, I felt everyone's eyes on me. They were fixed, filled with an empty pity. I fell into a trance, simply glided through the halls, unable to process what had happened. I needed to talk, to confront it. Where were the Rangers or the Civil Corps? How did we not see it coming? How could the Alliance let this happen? The questions burned into my mind. I sought answers, but people avoided me, said I was too intense. Within a week, people were laughing again, enjoying themselves. They'd all forgotten already. Countless lives lost, yet they returned to their lives again as if nothing had happened. Everyone simply avoided me further, except for Matilda. She listened. I fell into the darkness. I sunk into the questions that were burning on my tongue. How could the Alliance let this happen? How are we allowing the sins of our forefathers leave us in ruin? How could the Free City simply abandon us? I expected a rescue. I expected the Rangers to search and destroy that monster from the peripheries, but no. They saw it as a lost cause and moved on. My family were not even buried. They were left there for the wilds to consume. It was then that my heart was blackened to the Alliance, that my thoughts started to drift. I was vulnerable. I was lost. I was found by Matilda and led astray. She would encourage me to think independently, to question myself. She said my fears were valid, and that I was a fiercely independent thinker. And while she did not agree with me, she valued my beliefs. I now believe she was taking note of my doubts, and behind closed doors crafting a narrative that reciprocated my beliefs. A narrative she then passed on to handlers. It was no mere coincidence that I was sold a beautiful vision of Duvos. I should have seen this sooner, but I was blinded by their words. It answered all of my questions.
So she spread lies and tried to trick people into converting.
Quite. It is no surprise she managed to operate under our noses this whole time. All that I believed was Duvos' ideals were simply my own being reflected back to me. In that light, what I have done to Sandrock is unforgivable. It is only now that the blinds have been pulled back. I must face my actions head-on. I still believe that we as a species need to control our desires to pursue unfettered technology. Loss must not happen again. However, that does not excuse what I did. I have wronged the people of this town and the Free Cities. I must accept penance for my actions. I must take this as a time for personal growth. Thank you for coming to see me all this time.
You know what I just realized? Is there a restroom in there? There's a bed, but I think I answered my question of what's the brown sludge? It's just full of Yakman milk and one bottle of something labeled saying rock juice, don't touch.
Oh, didn't expect to run into you here. Came to enjoy the view?
You too?
I'm here to collect some samples. Look at this. Now that the mama tree is back to life, other plants are thriving around it. Life truly begets life. When trees reach a certain age, they start being a life support system for various other life forms in the ecosystem. Each has its own preferences and requirements, but even with that, they grow together like a family made of different parts. I need to collect some specimens so I can really get into the nitty-gritty of how they're growing. But I kinda forgot to bring my climbing gear. Can you give me a boost? I just need to ascend a bit and collect some plant samples from up there. Just like how we used to collect cherries.
It's dangerous. Let me go up instead.
I know you're worried, but I'll be careful. Collecting samples isn't as easy as just taking a handful and moving on. You need to be careful you maintain their structure and integrity. Nature is delicate, you know? Besides, I'll figure out what I need once I get up there, so it's gotta be me. Don't worry, I've done this loads before. Look, I'll climb up from right there.
Oh, no.
I see it. Oh, just a little further. Whoa. Ooh, that was kind of scary. Thank you.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Whew. If it weren't for you, I think I'd probably be at Fang's right now. Next time I do any climbing around, I should bring my equipment. Well, I've got all the samples I need. Thanks for the help. See you later.
Those look like a really weird blue that came in wrong. Maybe? I don't think they're supposed to look like that. Or maybe they are. What do I know? He's just out here eating his bento box. I almost jumped off thinking that I was playing Palia and then I could just use my glider to get down, and then I had to force myself not to do it. I was like, I don't have a glider in this game. A crane for moving cargo on and off the train. Thanks for helping out. The recipe for the flower display rack is ready and attached. Now it's time to work your builder magic. Got this. P.S. After you're done, just hand it off to me. That's great. Your pa and I are going to have to come and see, but maybe there's something more suitable than a roller coaster? I'm a little worried about your pa's blood pressure. We're so happy to see how proud you are, and you should be. Everyone in Highwind is talking about it. They are so excited that Sandrock has been able to accomplish so much, and we get to show off and tell them that that's our child. You've been through a lot, and I know it wasn't easy, but I just want you to know we love you and we are proud of you. And and I know you're celebrating, so go and enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful, darling. I can see it now. The walk, the turn, the pout.
This is your dream. I just want to help you make it a reality.
Oh, Peach, I'm just so excited. Ahem. Excuse me. I can foresee how it will all play out, and it's delightful. Me, standing on stage, introducing the show. No, please, hold your applause. Okay, maybe just a little. Then exit stage right, the audience chanting my name. Pablo, Pablo, Pablo. The first fashion show in Sandrock, and the most exciting in the Free Cities. It is within sight. You've been instrumental. The fashion elite will thank you.
Wakey, wakey.
Noted.
Welcome to this fireside meeting, everyone. Wow, quite a turnout. Now, I hardly need to mention all the magnificent progress our town has made in recent days. One need only take a short look around. Water flows into the town from the north. A forest of trees surrounds and protects us from sandstorms. And Sandrock itself has become a bastion of life. The oasis we always knew it could be. On behalf of everyone who made this happen, our builders, our researchers in the moisture farm, and you too, the citizens who encouraged us all to be the best we could be, I welcome you to a new age for Sandrock.
Can I get a yeehaw?
Never thought I'd see the day.
To a better Sandrock.
We love you, Trudy!
I tend to find happy endings a bit tiring, but... Oh, just this once I'll let loose. Yee-haw!
We the best! We did it!
I say we make Trudy mayor for life. All hail the new Sandrock order.
They tried to knock us down, but we never gave up.
With that said, the next quinquennial Free Cities Alliance Summit is coming up. Usually it's hosted by Atara or Highwind, but this time I have volunteered Sandrock to host, and the council has accepted. It was always Martel's dream to share this beautiful oasis with her fellow man. That dream was taken from her by greed, but we have restored it with indomitability and telesis. Other than the leaders of the Free Cities, I also propose that we invite any and all from across the Free Cities to come and see what we have done during the summit. To see the jewel of the Eufaula as it once was, the stuff of legend, thought to be washed away by the sands of time, now here, as real as you and me.
Sandrock on the world stage, huh?
Way to go!
Party at the Blue Moon?
Remember the last
We got
time we had so many
bowls.
folks interested in the town?
Thank you for your support. Having a legend like you on my side gives me great confidence.
That's right. What's the point of doing anything if you can't even brag about it? Them city slickers still think we're all a bunch of backwater sandbillies. How many lands did y'all greenify? How many sandstorms y'all eradicated? How many licks does it take to get to the chocolatey center of a sand roll?
Cooper,
Yes'm.
save it for the reception.
I want everyone to invite everyone they know, anyone who might be interested in seeing our new Sandrock, whether it be family, friends, or business partners. It's gonna be a big celebration. Any other questions or objections?
Should we dial back our personalities again?
You know what? No, not at all. Going forward, I want us to be us. If someone doesn't want to be here because of who we are, well then, that's their loss. And Owen, as you suggested, I believe the Blue Moon will be as good a place as any to hold a banquet. The summit will take place over the course of a few days, and, well, I'll let you know the schedule when I do.
Ooh, I'll get those bowls sparkling.
Till then, everyone just relax. Maybe put a new flower or two in your garden if you get the time. Every little bit helps.
Can do.
Builders, perhaps some last-minute preparations may find their way onto the commission board, but I'm sure it's nothing you and the guild can't handle.
Rest easy, Mayor. Our builders are the best around.
Good. I'll inform everyone of the exact date once it's set in stone. With that, I think we can call this meeting to an end. I'd like, if I may, to conclude with a familiar phrase. One for all we've been through. Can we please just have one more?
Conserve water!
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're already done. Mian and I are almost done as well, and we're all set to open in 3 days. Don't forget to stop by and show my business some love. If you can't make it during the day, no worries. Mian and I plan to have a celebratory dinner at 6 p.m. on that day at the Blue Moon. I'd love to have you there. I can't wait for our mini botanica to open. It may not be much, but it's something I can call my own. It'd make my ma and pa proud. Probably your parents as well. Big news! Let's get over to City Hall. I'll explain more there. Hello! Hello, everyone.
You're here! Welcome!
Indeed, this will be our guild's finest hour.
Grace, tell them what you told me.
With pleasure, Madam Mayor. I must confess, I've been keeping something from you all since I got back. So unlike me, right? Before my retirement, I was fortunate enough to be able to brush shoulders with some of the higher-ups. One conversation led to another, and eventually, the topic of the Alliance's next defense commission came up. Long story short, they want Sandrock to build the next Alliance airship.
The legendary 6-star commission!
Ooh. Ah. But wait. An airship? I thought the Alliance usually used Tall Sky and Vega 5 workshops to build their planes and airships.
I'm afraid they'll be of no use this time, as this airship will be built like no other. You see, back during the defense of Sandrock, while the Builder and the Civil Corps were down in the thick of it, I wasn't just up on that Duvos ship playing hide and seek. I managed to nab a copy of their newest Victor-class airship plans.
I really have to say, though, I am disappointed.
Are you kidding me?
You're not impressed? Duvos engineering is known for its frightening advancements.
Frightening indeed. Have you seen its wiring designs in the engine room? And granted, some of it is cutting edge, but based on what you told me the other day, Grace, I'd just been hoping it'd be a bit more advanced.
Gee, Director, sorry my stolen secret plans from behind enemy lines aren't good enough for you. Guess you'll just have to design your own airship.
No, that won't be necessary. I can simply make some adjustments. Your performance has been quite adequate. Thank you, Miss Grace.
You're welcome.
Quick question? Yeah, so you all called me here to tell me you want to build a warship? How can I put this? I think there might be a little bit of scripture on almost every page that says we shouldn't do that. So, yeah.
Look at Burgess coming in on his own.
That brings me to my next point. I don't want to see a Duvos-inspired warship floating around our fair city either. I've called upon our horticultural specialist to help install this airship with some greenification technology. We're going to make it our own, inside and out. You can count on us, Mayor.
I'll bet we could use the weapon tech to just shoot algae and seeds instead.
Have it fly over new planting grounds?
Ooh, I like the sound of that!
We can go 50-50 on the cannons.
Sounds like we're all on the same page.
Let's talk logistics. Director, take it away.
Indeed. The first thing we'll need is a couple of the powerful engines from the Starship ruins. Obviously not the ones on the Olympia, as they were destroyed, but I've seen a few other smaller ones on my expeditions there. At the time, I opted against procuring them as I'm not strong. Such a procurement might easily be accomplished by someone powerful like the Builder, though. I'll tell you about it later. Once I have the engines in hand, I'll spend a short time studying them and the Duvos design, where Sleepyhead and myself will make engineering tweaks for them to be modded into a better ship.
I forgot to ask, how did you get Mint here on such short notice?
Space Case here sent me a telegram saying, "Emergency, come, now," without any context. Since I was invited to the summit celebration anyway, I thought I'd come early.
I'd wanted to elaborate more in the telegram, but it would have taken too long to type it out. It was better to explain in person. Besides, I really do need your help. You're the best engineer I know.
No worries, everyone. I'm here now. Glad to be of service.
Yes, back to the plan. I want to emphasize that an airship is considered the pinnacle of our current scientific and engineering capability, so suffice to say, it'll be a massive undertaking for everyone involved. The main components will be the airship itself, the area spray requested by the botanists, and the construction pad. We'll need the construction pad first before the airship can be assembled. How would you like to divide the labor, Commissioner?
I think we'll keep feeding the hot hands. Builder will build the airship, and me and can handle the spray. The other builders around Sandrock, myself included, will complete the construction pad first.
You got it. Just need a diagram.
On it.
And I suppose Miss Heidi will be designing the pad?
Already on the drawing board.
We've become quite the team, haven't we? Well, look at us. One of the biggest projects in the Free Cities just dropped into our laps, and we're ready to dive right into it.
I can attest, even in Tall Sky, you'd be hard-pressed to assemble a team as capable as this.
While we're all here like this, I'd just like to say, I've never been more proud to be a Sandrocker than right now. It's been an honor, but let's save our celebrations for the party. If we work quickly, the airship will be ready in time to take our guest on its maiden voyage.
Sounds doable.
I calculate a high probability of success.
Think we can do it.
We can totally do it.
I have faith in everyone.
Me too! No surprise there, I guess.
It'll be the Sandrock Commerce Guild's finest hour.
I'd say it's a done deal too, right?
We can do
That's
it.
right!
All right then. I think that about settles it.
So, about the engines, they're in the Starship abandoned ruins. Some are completely buried, so I had no chance of getting them out. Once you have them, bring them to me and Sleepyhead, and I'll get to work. Thanks.
Hello. You look well today.
Thanks.
I actually came by to ask a favor. As you're aware, we're planning for the Alliance Summit. I've already gone over the government invitation list, but I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping me get a head count for invitations from people around town. I feel like if I ask everyone, it's a little too official. Most folks would be a bit more comfortable if you handled the surveying. Do you mind?
Sure, I'll handle it.
Thank you. And, well, I must admit some ulterior motives. I don't believe anyone can resist your charm.
Oh, Trudy, buttering me up.
Just run around and ask whoever comes to mind. Then check in when you have anything to report.
Am I inviting to the party? Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't send an invite over to Albert and Mint and Portia. They helped us on our way up. We gotta show them where we made it to now. And who knows? They might have ideas for where to go next. Staying good with our friends and Portia is a must. They're a close neighbor. And there've got to be tons of ways we can help each other out now that the road is done.
There's someone you mentioned before.
Oh, you're talking about Master Verna. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it hadn't crossed my mind. I did want to ask Master Verna to come see what all we've done here, but that'd be kind of petty, wouldn't it? I didn't come back here just to prove something to an old teacher. I came here because I knew it was the right thing to do.
Would have Verna learned something from you here?
Well, it ain't like an old micro pig to learn new tricks, but certainly our results here speak for themselves.
Micro pig? Oh, shiny.
More than anything, I have a feeling she'll have critique up and firing within 10 minutes of seeing our stuff. Ah, to heck with it. Yeah, let's put her on the list. Worst thing she can do is ignore us. Or, well, show up and make a scene. But I can handle that. Yeah, there are a lot of things that could go right with this. Master does have major connections in Atara. If she has fun out here, well, who knows? Thanks for spitballing with me. Go ahead and put her on the list.
Sandrock's very first fashion show is going to raise its curtains. Thank you for your help. The models on the stage are perfect. You allowed me to focus on my clothes, and now the final display may commence. Tonight and tomorrow night at 1900 p.m., the show will begin. Please do attend. It's official. The next host site for the Quinquennial Free Cities Alliance Summit will be none other than Sandrock. I probably wouldn't have primed that sentence with so much excitement if it weren't for another city than Sandrock. How awful could that be? Drumroll, please. It's an Atara. Again. No news. Go back to bed. Anyway, the summit is coming to Sandrock. In addition to the fantastic acknowledgement from the rest of the Alliance that Sandrock is hospitable enough place to host the summit. It's going to be a really great time, and it's all coming right to us. During the first day, representatives from all the major city-states will come and discuss alliance politics behind closed doors in City Hall. Meanwhile, we'll have talks from locals and esteemed guests on some of the most important things we've learned in the past 5 years. Some notable speakers will include, but not limited to, the esteemed business mogul, Musa, the gardener who never said die, Zeke, Ged the mole. So clear out your schedules, invite all your friends. The Quinquennial Free Cities Alliance Summit is going to be the party everyone will be talking about until the next summit. Thanks, Nia.
Oh, hey! I just ran into the mayor. You're going around and asking about invites, yeah? Ooh, you're asking me now too? Well, I'd invite my folks, but they're in Seaside. Like, what? I mean, I always said they should travel, but I meant Portia or here. The moment I leave and they head for Seaside. That's like 1,000 leagues the opposite way. Hey, you should invite your folks. They're kind of like my second pair of parents, so you'd be doing everyone a favor.
Yeah, I really miss them.
Well, yeah. When's the last time you saw them? You must be homesicker than that one wind turbine that blew halfway up to Barnarock. You remember when that happened? Yeah. Tell Trudes your rents are going on the list. Oh, and tell your ma to cook those pork chops I like. I know this isn't a potluck. Who cares? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! Have you come to celebrate with me? Yes, it was just yesterday that Bide the Stairs and the Ceramic Gate reached a combined profit of 100,000 goals! Isn't that amazing? I never really thought we'd make it this far. But with wonderful friends like you, sure enough, here we are.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you! I've been wearing this smile ever since we crunched the numbers. I'm even smiling in my sleep. And every moment I'm here at the store as well. Which has been good. Customers always appreciate a nice smile coming their way. Oh, that's right. The big summit. Invitations? Oh, wow. I guess I gotten so caught up with the business it all just slipped my mind. Who to invite? Well, I'm afraid I can't really think of anyone. Everyone back home is pretty tied up at the moment.
Think?
Does anyone fit that particular description? Oh, how could I forget? We should invite Mr. Musa. I had meant to write him a letter, thank him, tell him how we're doing, but, well, I guess I kept hearing this little voice in my head like, "You're small cabbages, Albio. Musa isn't going to want to hear about any cabbages." But 100,000, that's a pretty big milestone, right? Certainly surpasses cabbage money. You want to hear about that, right? Yes. If you would, please add Musa's name to the guest list. Of course, he might be busy, but you never know.
Musa was already coming, though. Justice. Having slightly a hard time romancing Logan, and I'm actually got to admit I'm kind of losing interest in romancing Logan. From the very beginning, I was actually really interested in romancing Owen, but I backed off because I thought Owen and Grace had seemed to have a rapport with each other, but now they don't even speak of each other, so I might go for Owen. But here's Logan right now, so we'll chat with him.
Don't forget to check up on Andy from time to time. The kid adores you, but who can blame him? You are the hero of Sandrock, after all. Oh, thank you.
He just asked if it's common to receive this as a gift. Well, it is for you, buddy. Oh, hey, dudes. Stop standing around, just chilling?
Ah, invitations for our big Sandrock open house? Or what was it we're calling it? Summit celebration? Well, sure, Sandrock has been an integral part of my career, if nothing else. I'd love to help make this event better in any way I can. I could invite the folks, but this really is developing into more of a meet and greet, businessy type events, isn't it? There are my friends at Atara Times, and also all the people who are always writing in to ask how Sandrock is doing. We've got quite a following over there now, in case you didn't know. I've got it! I'll ask my sister to come visit and make an appearance. There's very little I can think of that would garner more attention for our event, other than the leaders meeting, than having the world-renowned Luna on the guest list. Maybe I can even convince her to perform.
Why is his voice a little funky? It's like he's going through a screen.
It's settled then! I'll telegraph her immediately. Please, put her name on the guest list. Thank you.
Or is it my ears? I don't know. Some more waited all this time. I might have done the same.
X is not here.
Thank you everyone for joining us in the very first Desert Teaked fashion show. Before now, Sandrock was seen as a land bereft of art, a barren wasteland of desperate utility. Then, a young man had a dream, a vision. Now that man's vision has come to life, breathed new life into this town. Sandrock now has become a metropolis of Bohemian society. Although we may be situated in a dry, lifeless desert, it does not mean our fashion must be dry and lifeless. So today, we raised the curtain on our new style, Desert Teaked. The Desert Teaked fashion show will take place over 2 days, and today's theme will be Starlight. It is inspired by the majestic stars of the desert night. And with this, the stars come to Sandrock. Welcome our wonderful models to the stage.
Look at Owen Snazzy. Okay, maybe I do need to romance Logan. Even unsure. Look at him all tidied up.
I hope you enjoyed our stars lighting up the stage. That was our Starlight collection. If you wish to buy them, you can talk to me for orders. Everyone is welcome. I can assure you we will tailor for your needs. If you're interested, don't hesitate. Of course, we want to make everything according to taste. What is fashion without personality? Any changes can be requested, and we're happy to oblige. We will have a complete design document available soon. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., we will see the Summer Heat Swimwear Series. I hope you can all show your beautiful faces.
By the way, those are DLCs. You do buy them. They're individual. The set that he showed you, I think altogether was $14.99. And I think the Summer Heat version is going to be identical too as well.
Our own airship. Well, never thought I'd see the day. Here, take these hides. They're the best I've got.
Hey there. How about that airship, huh? You guys really are one of the best guilds in the world, then. Sorry, didn't mean to sound surprised. I knew you were good, just, Here, a little thank you from the Blue Moon. The best we've got. On the house.
Heard about the airship. Think I could take the critters for a ride? Better not. I don't trust any of them to not have a conniption fit if it gets bumpy. Except maybe Captain. Anywho, don't think for a second I'm gonna let you do it all by yourself. Here, got you this to help out. Don't ask where.
Airship, huh? Well, I could give you some golden goose tokens to help you out when you're on a break. Nah, that's a cop-out. Here, take a bonus from this month's Katori World profits. None of that would have been possible without you.
Oh, jeez. Well, thanks, lady.
The airship diagram proved to be more exciting than I had initially anticipated. Never judge a book by its cover. Or rather, exercise caution when judging a diagram solely on your first impression. Yes, that's what it should be. No, I don't have any extra components for you. My contribution was telling you that extra components may be acquired by speaking with other community members around town. If I had something to give you, I would have given it already. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Memories is coming soon. Don't forget to take part in the chase of memories.
I've got my hands full with my end of the project, but here, I saw your list and remembered I had a few of these lying around. Hang in there.